Looks like I'm in the land of the lost. Look at this. Well, good morning. It's now, I think it's Monday morning. my week's been so compressed. Monday morning, I'm at the Salt Flats in Bonneville. I'll give you a glimpse of this place. It's nuts. It's so hard to describe. It's so vast, and it looks like I'm standing on a sheet of ice, snow. How vast this place is, it's going to be incredible.
Something more than I've felt before. You make me feel something more for sure.
The team's here, Dan and Dale. It's too windy to ride this morning. You need conditions where there's virtually zero wind, and unfortunately like about 20-mile-an-hour gusts right now, so not able to ride whatsoever. But they're setting things up and getting things ready to go for an inspection for Dale's bike. They did 3 runs yesterday, and all 3 of them got records, both Dan, Dale, and Jeff. So amazing accomplishment already in the first 3 runs. Unfortunately for Dale, at the very end of his record run, something happened with the bike in terms of an engine internal piece, and so they're starting now. They have to do a technical inspection, where they'll tear the bike down, make sure it was legal for the rules.
Surely tells if it's true. Oh yeah, that I might see myself all for you. You make me feel something more than I've felt before. You make me feel.
So they just did an autopsy, if you will, if I could call it that, on Dale's bike, and they actually found out what happened. It looks like it was a valve train failure. So one of the valves floated, is what they called, which means it stayed open just a little bit too long. And as the piston came up, it just tagged that valve, and it broke a piece off in the of the piston, actually. So that's the number 4 piston, and you can see that there's a piece missing right there that should normally be there. Of all the failures, it's not a bad failure because they can trace back what to fix. So the challenge and the unknown that they didn't know about was the fact that he was running nitrous for the first time on this particular bike, and it looks like the nitrous wasn't a cause to the failure. What the organization does is they make sure that the bikes are within the rule books for their respective modifications and changes that they need to do. So,
congratulations.
That's official. Dale just got scrutineered, torn down, so to speak. They verified his motorcycle was in compliance of the rules and regulations. And it's official. He has a land speed record, national land speed record, so pretty cool. Another gorgeous sunrise on the Bonneville Salt Flats. Just stunning. One side I've got the sun just beaming in, low lights, gorgeous, and then behind me I got the moon in the background, so looks like I'm in the land of the lost. Look at this. It's amazing here. Gonna be an interesting morning. The wind's supposed to die down, so we're out early to get everything prepped into what they call the staging miles. And then the boys are gonna have some attempts at their current records. Dan's goal is to get into the 200-mile-an-hour club when the class he's in, which is an extreme accomplishment based on the fact that he's using basically a gas-powered machine with no turbos or superchargers or anything like that. And then Jeff, we want to get Jeff over as close to 200 as possible with the supercharged Hayabusa. So we'll see. So it's amazing to be out here. I am lathered in sunscreen because it just gets, it's so intense. It's like being on a glacier, but you're on salt basically. So you can hear there's bikes warming up in the background and getting things going. It's just stunning landscape out here. It's unbelievable. Anyways, it should be a fun morning. So we're now at a place called Pre-Stage. So you can see the bikes are behind me now. The guys have rolled out to Pre-Stage, which is around a couple of miles from the pits. And this is for what's called the mountain course, which means it's a shorter course. We're headed off to what's called the international course, which is where they, if you can do over 175 miles an hour is where you go. So right now the team's just in the shade right now, getting a little bit of shade. We're only supposed to be here for a few more minutes, and then they're going to release us to the second staging area. And then the guys are going to get a chance to hopefully better their records. Conditions look phenomenal. The wind is absolutely dead calm, which is extremely rare here, and the temperature isn't that hot yet. So we're hoping that the salt's in good condition down the mile, but the guys won't understand until they actually do their run as to what condition the salt truly is for their setup. But looks exciting. Should be fun. The 2018 Bonneville Motorcycle Speed Trials were a huge success for the Zlock Racing team. All 3 bikes and riders entered established new records in their respective classes. Dale established a new record in the 750 APS AG class at 181.059 miles an hour. Dan set a new record in the 1000 APS-AG at 198.342 miles an hour. And Jeff LaMarche established a new benchmark for the 1350 APS BG record at 192.724 miles an hour. Phenomenal results. 3 bikes, 3 riders, and 3 records.